Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Danny, and along with my teammate Enrico, we're about to present to you our findings and research on Bring Your Own Devices policy in the current business workplace.
Before we begin, here is a brief overview of our presentation. We will begin with talking about what BYOD is all about, what the current trends are, which companies are implementing successful BYOD policies, which companies are not and encountered problems, our recommendations on how to resolve certain issues, and our conclusion.
BYOD stands for Bring Your Own Device. The Bring Your Own Device movement is gaining strength in today's business setting, and we're observing that more and more businesses are allowing employees to bring their own devices to and for work. The goal of our research today is to explore the pros and cons of bring your own devices in the real business world. We're going to compare a few specific successful and unsuccessful implementations of the bring your own device policies, and therefore identify the factors that determine the success of bring your own device programs. The scope of research is mainly focusing on the bigger corporations in North America, and our research is mostly conducted through secondary research on reputable websites and companies. However, this may also become a limitation to our research, as we may be in lack of some of the first-handed and primary research data. To begin, we will look at the most recent Bring Your Own Devices statistics collected in 2017 to get a clearer picture of the current trend. According to Beta News, the Bring Your Own Device market is on target to reach nearly $367 billion by 2022, up from just $30 billion in 2014. According to TechPro research, 59% of organizations allow employees to use their own devices for work purposes, and another 13% had planned to allow use within a year, as we can see in the picture in the right. According to Syntonic, 87% of companies rely on their employees using personal devices to access business apps and improve productivity. And as of 2016, 6 out of 10 companies had a bring your own device friendly policy in place. Up to here, you might ask, why are bring your own device policies gaining such popularity? This is due to the benefits it can bring, and we will explain on the next slide. We will highlight a few benefits brought by BYOD policies. First, studies are finding that productivity, employee morale, and accountability all improve in tandem with reduced hardware and networking costs. A CETO research report also found that more than half of all workers feel that they're more productive when they have their own devices, as they're more familiar with their own devices and interfaces, therefore decreasing the learning curve and improving usability. And at the same time, using one's personal device also helps worker saves time. A Frost and Sullivan study has quantified the time savings to 58 minutes each day per employee, providing a 34% increase in productivity. Another important advantage brought by BYOD is that it helps the corporation save money. According to the Cisco report, companies with a BYOD policy save on average $350 per year per employee. Reactive programs can boost that savings to as much as $1,300 per year per employee. For small to medium businesses, the cost savings can add up very fast and therefore enable these businesses to better protect their bottom line while improving employee productivity and morale.
We will now look at 2 companies who are running BYOD programs correctly and how they are showing success. The following information is based on an article written by Linda Gimerson entitled 3 Companies Showing Success with BYOD. Intel has figured out how to implement best practice policies. Their policy covers more than 30,000 employee mobile devices. Intel established clear communication with their employees by telling them exactly what information can and can't be seen by administrators. Intel's IT staff is quick to answer any questions employees may have regarding BYOD. Intel also allows employees to choose what level of access they receive, with each tier accompanied by different levels of security. Blackstone is another successful company that has implemented BYOD policy. It has taken few steps specifically to ensure the success of such a program. First, they only support the use of Apple iOS devices. The reason why is that the majority of employees are interested in only using Apple devices. At the same time, with a single operating cost, the company faces less difficulty in maintaining technical support and safety, hence decreasing costs associated with BYOD devices. Blackstone has also taken affirmative measures to protect the safety regarding the program. They work with Mobile Iron to secure the device itself, and they work with Watchdocs to help secure the safety of the document. Watchdog helps secure the document by building digital rights management (DRM) into it. Through Watchdog's Viewer, you can read all of the sensitive documents for both internal and external business purposes. However, if someone loses the device or tries to forward the document to someone else, the document would be useless outside of a permission set of specific people. As with all new technology, there are problems that will arise. We will now discuss a few examples when BYOD, if not executed and enforced properly, can lead to disastrous situations. The following information is based on an article written by Nabil Hourani entitled When BYOD Goes Wrong. In September 2012, a company from Massachusetts named Eye and Ear Associates suffered their worst BYOD repercussion to date. A doctor's laptop who was working for the company was stolen along with sensitive patient data. When news spread of the incident, the company was hit with a $1.5 million fine for violating the rules of the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, created to ensure patient data remains private. Coca-Cola is another company that suffered a data breach when an employee stole many laptops over the course of several years. This employee was able to steal 55 laptops over a 6-year period. This led to a breach of 18,000 personal records, including people's social security numbers. How does something like this happen? And could it have been avoided? We believe so. Where did it all go wrong? In the case of Massachusetts Eye and Ear Associates, we believe this company left sensitive data unencrypted. Anyone could have easily accessed all the files on the laptop. There needs to be more security to back up the information. Also, the company did not do a good job physically storing the laptop in a more secure location. Coca-Cola did not do a good job of stopping the thief from stealing equipment if he stole over several years. This tells me that Coca-Cola does not have an efficient record system to track company equipment when this event happened. Also, the laptop did not have enough security and encryptions as well. We know companies are more productive when they have a BYOD program, but how can we ensure the program is run safely and successfully? The following is our recommendation. According to the Office of the Privacy Commissioner of Canada, they give us 14 suggestions to companies on how to implement a good BYOD program. We will only focus on 3 that we feel are the most important. First, companies should establish a BYOD policy. The policy should cover acceptable use, corporate monitoring, sharing of devices with friends, family, app management, and responsibility over security features and voice data plan. The second is to pilot your BYOD program before rolling it out across your organization. Test it out on a single staff on a single platform to work out some of the inevitable problems you will encounter. Some important things to consider are: is the program secure enough? What kind of encryption software do we need? And finally, train staff on how to use and secure their devices. Develop training materials and make sure end users understand your BYOD policy and that IT professionals are prepared to implement it along with all appropriate technical security controls. In conclusion, BYOD programs is being implemented more and more widely among corporations because of the benefit it brings. Therefore, more and more companies are starting to seriously consider this option. However, managers should not blindly follow the trend, as circumstances differ between different companies. Managers must take into account the specific terms and conditions to implement the BYOD program to ensure safety and accuracy of the information. With appropriate control and measures in place, BYOD is able to increase the productivity and efficiency of the company drastically, along with the reduced cost. BYOD is presenting new opportunities and bringing new competitive advantages to the company. Thank you for listening to our presentation.